Hello, my name is Brian Albrecht, past president of ACTE and president of Gateway Technical College. My pleasure this evening to introduce you to a very strong corporate partner for career and technical education, Mr. Jim Ryan, the president, CEO, and chairman of the board for Grainger Corporation. Jim,
Ryan,
thank you for being with us tonight.
Great to be here.
You know, companies need workers, and there are folks that are unemployed, and how do you build that bridge between them? And a lot of times the skill sets of what they were coming from are so different today because of the changes in technology, the types of expectations that we have to be competitive in the world today. And your company supplies products all over the world. So how do you think students ought to be responding to some of these changes? What could we do as teachers and educators to help better prepare young people?
I think there's a great opportunity for a more collaborative partnership between businesses and educators. I think that's how the problem gets solved. Businesses are the ones that see the needs the soonest and can best articulate what are the skills, what are the requirements that we need for some of the jobs that we see coming along. And a tighter partnership between businesses and educators gives you the opportunity to start developing the curriculum and to start developing the capacity in advance of the demand. I think that's a big part of how this problem gets solved.
I think that's a great answer, because you're actually demonstrating how that bridge is built, that collaboration between education and industry, communicating what those skill sets are, and then working cooperatively to develop curriculum, experiences for students so they can demonstrate those skills on its grandest scale. And I know that our audience may know a little bit about your organization, but maybe I could just ask you to talk about one project that you're very supportive of, and that's the Tools for Tomorrow program sponsored by Grainger.
This is a program that we started in 2006, and back then is when we first started seeing this problem, when we first started hearing about it from our customers. And the reason it's important for us to close this gap, the selfish part of it for us, is these are our customers. But the bigger issue is that I think it's pretty tough to develop a growing, sustainable economy in the U.S. or anywhere else in the world, for that matter, without a healthy, educated workforce. So we started hearing this issue from our customers back in 2006, and it's an important issue that we felt we needed to get engaged in. And we started the Grainger Tools for Tomorrow program, and what that is, it's a partnership with today 100 community colleges. We've, since the inception of this program, we've given away 500 $2,000 scholarships and 500 Grainger tool bags for people that are going through and getting a technical education. Today, in 2012, we will provide 200 of those $2,000 scholarships to 100 community colleges, and this program has continued to grow.
What a fantastic commitment. Not only the financial part of it and the tools, but a great statement for students to understand that there are organizations like Grainger that support them in their learning and want to make sure that they have all the necessary tools to take that first job once they complete their program. And you know, I know we're proud of it because we're a member at Gateway Technical College, so thank you on behalf of our students in our community, and I'm sure communities all over this country wouldn't be able to do what they do without your support, and the Tools for Tomorrow program is a big piece of that. You know, you started back in 2006, probably about the same time that President Obama was talking about the need for community college education, and that the world today you must have skills beyond a high school diploma. And while we talk about embedding those employability skills at the high school level, there's a transition once they leave high school into a community college or directly into the workforce. Can you talk just a little bit about what you do to help not only your employees understand what those skills are so that they continue their learning, but what would you recommend for teachers as they receive some students now in new program areas?
Well, as we were talking earlier, community colleges are in a great position, a very unique position. They're in the community. They're close to local businesses, local institutions, and if we're all doing our job right, there's some dialogue going back and forth between businesses and local educators. And community colleges are in a position where they can be more sensitive to those local needs and be more adaptive to developing the curriculum that's required to fill those needs.
goes back to building that bridge, that skills gap. That we're just beginning this journey together, and it's going to take a lot of effort by a lot of people, especially corporate America, CEOs like yourself, to help us get that word out, to convince teachers and convince communities at large, parents, that education is an important part to sustain a family-supporting job. What would you say to another CEO that maybe is thinking about getting involved, and what has it really meant to you personally, and what has it meant to your company to be involved in CTE?
Well, all of us, businesses in general, need to get involved. All of us rely on a workforce. And we're all working in a very dynamic, competitive environment. Think about manufacturing 15 years ago. Many people that were working in manufacturing were running mechanical equipment. Right. Today, many people in manufacturing are running electronic equipment. And there's a very different skill set required because of the advancement in technology. So your concept of lifelong learning absolutely applies. The world technology is changing rapidly. And rapid changing technology is an issue for every business that I know of. And this concept of lifelong learning and motivating people and requiring people to continue to develop their skills, it's not just a matter of keeping a business running, but it's a matter of staying alive and staying competitive.
Absolutely. You know, and that message is so important for young people to hear. And as teachers, you know, trying to inspire young people, it's also very important that they can use the sounding boards from their local community, whether it's a business partner or a corporate statement like you're saying. And if you could say one thing to a 17-year-old that's just getting ready to graduate from high school and trying to make that decision to go on to college or directly into the workforce, what advice would you give them?
Well, what I'd give them, the advice that I give them is, if they don't know what to do, try a couple things. You know, one of the issues that we collectively deal with is this notion that a job in the trades is not a good career. That is so far from the truth. These are good paying jobs that you can make a livelihood on, and a very successful livelihood on. So if somebody's coming out of high school, not sure whether or not they wanted to go to a four-year institution, I'd ask them to consider the trades as a career, and find a way to take a couple of classes and see if you like it. We need much more of that. We need a lot more people considering the trades as a career, and whether it's a community college or somewhere else. It's pretty easy to get your hands on that career pretty quickly and decide if that's something for you.
Yeah, it's a great piece of advice, because a lot of times, you know, for decades the American dream has been to go on to get their four-year degree. While that's very important, and I hope that young people go on to get any type of degree, it's that commitment to lifelong learning. It's that commitment to trying out the trades, to getting some experience, and then leveraging their passion to whatever educational path might provide for them. Well, you're here joining us today as one of our distinguished business leaders for ACTE, the Association for Career and Technical Education. And again, congratulations on that recognition as well. So you're a valued partner in the field of career and technical education. I know it's your first experience with ACTE, but what have you found to be interesting about it? And what would you say to all of our members across the nation?
What's really interesting about this organization, and we are a member, is the diversity of your membership. The geographic diversity. You're one of the few organizations that I'm familiar with that has a partnership with high school and community college educators, which is very unique. We were talking a little bit earlier about the importance of the handoff between high school and community colleges. This is a unique organization that's addressing some of those issues. And this is also an organization that seems to have a very keen focus on practical, job-oriented education, which I think is a lot of what my industry needs, but a lot of what the U.S. economy needs as well.
Absolutely. I think, you know, ACTE grew up in the realm of vocational training and vocational education and skills development, and Grainger supports that through the Tools for Tomorrow's program. And collectively, your vision to not only inspire young people to continue with their passion, but also encourage other companies to get involved is a great statement why you're selected as our Business Person of the Year this year. And I want to again congratulate you and thank you for being a part of our convention.
Thank you. It's quite an honor for Grainger.
Thanks.